A former Kansas mayor taken into custody by ICE, now transferred to another county. Jail records show Joe Ceballos is now being held in Chase County after turning himself in to immigration officials earlier this week. Last month, the former Coldwater mayor pleaded guilty to misdemeanor election charges for voting as a non-citizen. Ceballos is from Mexico but has lived in Coldwater since 1985. His attorneys say he believed his status as a green card holder and permanent resident of the U.S. allowed him to vote.